All right, everybody. Sorry for that little hiccup. All right. Time for some story time. As always, I'll wait a few minutes for people to come on live. Although, if you don't watch this live and you're watching it later, that's fine too, because I'm also just recording this for other people to watch later. Oh, and look. My cat Schmutz is joining us today. Hello, Schmutz. Would you like to read the story with me? Some of you have cats or puppies or other pets. We have 3 cats at my house. This one is Schmutz. Say hi, everybody. They like to get in the camera and see what we're doing. Sometimes even rubbing up on the camera. Are we not? Try reloading your... Do 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 do. All right, everybody. I'm gonna try this again. Oh, okay. Nope, maybe we're good. Thought we were experiencing technical difficulties. Looks like it's working now. You know, the technology is wonderful, but sometimes you're not doing it right. So, today's story are continuing adventures of Bunjitsu Bunny. On Monday, I read you the tales of Bunjitsu Bunny, at least some of the tales of Bunjitsu Bunny from a book called Tales of Bunjitsu Bunny by John Himmelman. So this is another book in the series. I actually have 4 of them. This one's called Bunjitsu Bunny's Best Move by the same author, as you can imagine. One of the things I really enjoy about the Bunjitsu Bunny books is that they are about martial artists, or at least a bunny who's a martial artist, just like us. If you're in my karate class and you practice, well, we're not doing Bunjitsu, are we? No. We're doing Kempo, actually, is what I teach. Sometimes we say karate, but karate is a word that a lot of people are familiar with. Really, what I'm teaching you comes from a martial art called Kempo. Not Bunjitsu, not Kung Fu, not Jiu-Jitsu, not Judo, not Aikido, and not a lot of other martial arts names out there that you probably have heard of. So, are you ready for some of Bunjitsu Bunny's best moves? Let's take a look. Bunjitsu Bunny's Best Move by John Himmelman. Now remember, before I start, this is just one story. There are a whole bunch of short little stories in here, and I'll read you 3 or 4 of them before we call it a day today. Well, we start with an introduction of who Bunjitsu Bunny is. Isabel. Isabel was the best Bunjitsu artist in her school. She could kick higher than anyone. She could hit harder than anyone. She could throw her classmates farther than anyone. Some were frightened of her, but Isabel never hurt another creature unless she had to. Bunjitsu is not just about kicking, hitting, and throwing, she said. It's about finding ways not to kick, hit, and throw. They called her Bunjitsu Bunny. Here's the first story. It's called Shadows. One day, Isabel and her brother Max sat in a field. "Look at our shadows on the rock," said Isabel. "Let's see how well they know Bunjitsu," said Max. Max kicked his foot in the air. His shadow kicked its foot in the air. Isabel blocked the kick. Isabel's shadow blocked the kick. This is fun, said Isabel. Max's and Isabel's shadows fought each other. My shadow has big teeth, said Max. Oh, look. Can you see the shadows? There they are, kicking, and then there's Max making big teeth. Isabel laughed. My shadow has big antlers, she said. My shadow has wings and can fly, said Max. My shadow can tickle your shadow so it can't fly. Isabel laughed again. Max moved away from the rock. His shadow grew twice as large. Now you have to fight a giant bear. Max's shadow pounded Isabel's shadow with great big paws, and Isabel's shadow fell to the ground. Wow, look at that. Whew. That's pretty impressive. My shadow has defeated the shadow of Bunjitsu Bunny, said Max. Isabel stood up and walked toward the rock. Now your shadow is like a little mouse, said Max. Ooh, I'm sorry. A quick little mouse, said Isabel. Max's shadow tried to grab her shadow, and Isabel's shadow darted away. Max's shadow tried to punch Isabel's shadow, and Isabel's shadow darted away again. Her little shadow was too quick for Max's shadow. Look at that. See how little that shadow is? I give up, said Max. I thought being bigger and stronger would make me win. Sometimes, said Isabel. But sometimes it's better to be a little mouse than a great big bear. The end. Oh, that's a cute story. Think there's a lesson in that story? Let's read another one. This one's called Bunjitsu Bunny Fails. Oh, no. One morning, teacher said, practice your bunchucks, class. What are bunchucks? Nunchucks for bunnies, I think. Tomorrow, I will test you to see how good you have become. You don't need to practice, Isabel, said Wendy. You never fail. On the day of the test, all the Bunjitsu students gathered in the classroom. Kyle went first. He swung his bunchucks so fast, no one could see them. Then he knocked the ball off its stand. Well done, said teacher. You pass. You want to see that? Look, there's Kyle knocking the ball off with his bunchucks. Then it was Betsy's turn. Her bunchucks whistled in the air and knocked the ball off its stand. That's the best you've ever done, said teacher. You pass. All the students showed teacher what they could do. Each passed the test. Finally, it was Isabel's turn. This is a waste of time, said Ben. Of course she will pass. It'll still be fun to watch, said Wendy. Isabel picked up her bunchucks. Ow, she said, when one hit her in the ear. Ouch, she said when they got tangled around her arm. Then she tried to knock the ball off the stand. Strike one, whispered Ben. Strike two, whispered Betsy. Oh, no! Strike three, whispered Kyle. I'm sorry, Isabel, said teacher. You did not pass the test, but I'm sure you will next time. Isabel was very sad. She had never failed before. Teacher asked her to stay after class. You should not be unhappy, said teacher. But everyone passed the test except me, said Isabel. Do you know what you did wrong? Asked teacher. Yes, said Isabel. Can you do better? Asked the teacher. Yes, said Isabel. Well, lucky you, said teacher. They passed the test, but you learned the most. The end. Wow. Is there a lesson there? She didn't pass the test, but she sounds like maybe she learned some important lessons, huh? I'll think about that one some more. Let's do one more story. This one is called Mountain Goat. Isabel went for a hike on a chilly winter morning. At the end of the day, it was getting cold. She took a shortcut home and came to a bridge. Mountain Goat stood in the middle. Look at that. See the mountain goat in the middle of the bridge? Hi, Mountain Goat, said Isabel. Would you please let me pass? This is my bridge, said Mountain Goat. You can pass if you can beat my mighty horns. Well, I don't want to bump heads with a goat, said Isabel. Then swim across the icy river, said Mountain Goat. Isabel had little choice. She backed up and got a running start. Isabel and Mountain Goat met head to head. Look at that. Crash! Isabel was knocked from the bridge. She brushed herself off and backed up even farther. They met head to head again. Crash! Isabel flew backward. Would you like to try again? Asked Mountain Goat. She didn't want to try again, but she didn't want to go home. So Isabel backed up farther yet. They met head to head. Crash! Isabel landed in a far-off tree. There she goes. Whoa! She went a long way, huh? The great Bunjitsu bunny cannot beat my mighty horns, shouted Mountain Goat, laughing. Ha ha ha. He's right, thought Isabel. One more try, she said. My pleasure, said Mountain Goat. Isabel backed up a half a mile. She ran so fast her body was a blur. When she reached Mountain Goat, she leapfrogged over him. Hey, shouted Mountain Goat, we were supposed to bump heads. Look at that. I remembered what teacher taught me, said Bunjitsu Bunny. Don't let your enemy choose how you will fight. The end. Wow, that's another good lesson. Well, thanks everybody. I hope you enjoyed Bunjitsu Bunny's best move. There are a bunch more stories in here, so maybe next time or another time I'll read you some more. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.